It's the fun day that is Sunday here at Wrigley Field. Good guys already got the series win and are now looking for the series sweep. Be a beautiful day here at Wrigley Field. What's happening? Well, Cubs are winning, and they're winning a lot. It's the first game today for this young fan. Other fans, all exciting times. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks here from the north side. Welcome, everybody, here on Marquee Sports Network. I'm Alex Cohen. This is Jim DeShays, and Taylor McGregor joins us shortly. JD, the Chicago Cubs playing great baseball as of late. Yesterday, 2-0 win, played really well.
Yeah, they didn't do a lot of hitting, but they pitched really well. One guy did a lot of hitting. He was the star of the game yesterday. Ian Happ picked up his Gold Glove before the game and then just punished the Diamondbacks. Home run, double, triple. He drove in a run. He scored both runs in that 2-0 win. You want to see a little defense? How about Dansby? 9 assists for Dansby Swanson yesterday, making one spectacular play after another. On the pitching side of it, Shota Imanaga and Ben Brown shutting down this potent Diamondback lineup. Remember, the Diamondbacks, best in baseball against left-handed pitching. That was not the case yesterday. And you take a look at some numbers for the Cubs during their 10-game win streak. They've outscored their opponents 60-32. This is the longest home winning streak since the 14-gamer back in 2008.
Fun game, fun win, fun times for the Cubs. NL Central standings, guess who's in first? Well, the Chicago Cubs are, followed by the Cardinals, Reds, Brewers, and Pirates, one of the best divisions in baseball. And the Cubs, again, they are in first place. And we're looking at the starting pitchers here today to try to secure the sweep. Here it is. It's Merrill Kelly against Matthew Boyd. Kelly, a 9.20 ERA this year, making his fourth start coming off a back injury. Matthew Boyd, a 7 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 5 walks, an opponent batting average of .288. JD, Matthew Boyd trying to get back on the winning page here at Wrigley Field today.
Yeah, both these guys have dealt with injuries this year, and that's been a big part of the story for both of these veterans. At Wrigley Field in his career, he's been awfully good, hasn't he? 13-2 with a 2.95 ERA. That's for 18 starts. He had a 251 in this ballpark last year. Last time out against the Padres, he struggled a little bit. Fastball command was an issue for him, but expect him to be good here today. However, the wind is blowing out. It could be a tough day for the pitchers.
All right, Matthew Boyd pitching today. Ben Brown pitched yesterday, and he's pitched pretty well recently. We're going to talk about him with the studio crew, Elise and Cole, coming up next.
Back in the game, ahead of first pitch, AC, JD, T-Mac, and they will be on the call. In the meantime, it's Elise Menaker and myself and Nico Horner. He's a catalyst for change each and every single time he's in Craig's lineup, and he is back. He knows the fellas, they're 18-1 when they bang out more hits than the opposition, and today the game plan will be bang out more hits than the opposition.
With the wind blowing out, they're really good.
Yeah, you can hit some over the fence. That would help as well. And when this guy is on the hill, they keep it inside of the ballpark, and he's looking to do so with that sink piece. That's a new piece to his arsenal. You see, 36% of the time he's throwing that four-seamer. That's a pitch that's going by the wayside in the bigs, but that sinker clearly in vogue 23% of the time. And here now, Ben Brown on that Arsenal evolution. This is yesterday.
Throwing really hard last May. I felt like I had good stuff, and I still had a 6. So I think the mental part of it has been huge, just slowing the game down, doing a better job executing. Obviously, the 2 extra pitches are helping out. You saw that tonight, but yeah, just all good stuff.
You know, I'll go back to like last October when Ben sat in my office and had a very clear plan about how he was going to get better, and I think he very much executed that. And then I think, you know, importantly, as we started, he's gained some confidence with how he's pitched and with the work he put in this winter, and with, you know, just the little tweaks that he made, and we got ourselves a confident pitcher right now.
His mix has always been really good. It's always been a lead. Adding the sinker for him versus righties has opened up a lot, but just the ability to get in the zone early in counts to let the off-speed stuff play up.
Well, to gain that recognition from your peers as well as your skipper, that is a huge step in the right direction for A1 Ben Brown. And everything that we've been able to see from him as of late, I mean, it's been unbelievable. For him to have that newfound sense of confidence, that's really what's led to his success, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so funny because yesterday when Ian Happ, like in that moment, was asked after the game about what's changed about Ben Brown, command. And so that is like the mechanical, the physical side of it. And then I go back to spring training when it was the mental side of it, because you could just hear right away in Ben Brown. Something was different. Something has changed. And at that point, he really was just starting to throw the sinker, at least in games, right? Like before I even talked to him, he hadn't even thrown it yet because we hadn't had games. So the way it's playing and like the knuckle curve is playing off these fastballs, because if you look at that percentage of fastballs that we showed in the graphics, combining the four-seamer and sinker, the percentage is the same as last year, but when you add a different pitch, now you're giving hitters a different look, and these pitches are becoming more effective. Thus, Ben Brown is becoming the Ben Brown we see today. The more confident, the more effective, the more in command. And so between the swing and miss that he gets and ground balls, he's inducing ground balls.
That's right.
So that's also in part because of the sinker. This Ben Brown that we're getting has not given up a run since April 8th. He also is not giving up a ton of walks. So he is forcing these hitters to either put the ball in play and it might be on the ground, so he's not getting a lot of slug, or he's getting the swing and miss. And so all around, this is exactly what you would hope that you could get from a pitcher like him because of the velocity that he adds to your pen.
Yeah, he still leans into that four-seamer because he does have that velo, but that sinker, that's one thing that has highlighted his arsenal so far this season, and his ability to pitch in the lower quadrant of the zone, that's been all important for him.
And that goes back to the command and locating and having the confidence, the conviction behind your pitches. It is not easy to learn a new pitch and a new grip, but it seems to work with his pitch mix that he has. It's made it easier for him, and thus the results that we get. Are we skiing?
Skiing, going downhill on the fellas.
Weather's gotta
That's
go.
right. Can they lock up a sweep of the D-backs for the first time since 2015? The vibes, they are through the roof, and they'll continue to do so. The gang, they'll have the call. Elise and I will catch you when all the dust settles and they lock up a sweep. Until then, go Cubs.
2-minute car.
Chicago Cubs Baseball Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circa Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. Back here at Wrigley Field, Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor. It's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. JD.
Yeah, that man right there, Ian Happ, boy, he had a day yesterday. Happy days indeed. He has reached base safely now 23 consecutive games, home run, double, and a triple in yesterday's ball game. It's a glove affair. How about Dansby Swanson at short yesterday? He put on a clinic, 9 assists. He was a busy man, especially late in the day. Really impressive stuff from the shortstop. And Viva Las Vargas. Lamaro Vargas had his hitting streak snapped at 24 games yesterday, but he still leads Major League Baseball with a robust .388 batting average.
Cubs looking to continue their winning ways at home. They've had 10 straight. They're looking for 11. They're looking for the sweep. It's the Cubs and the Diamondbacks. All the action, all the fun. First pitch coming up next. Cubs and the Diamondbacks. It is game one of a 3-game set. On the ground, through the left side base hit. Michael Busch delivers, and it's 2-0. And that's ripped, sinking liner, and it gets past Barossa.
Crowd at its feet here at Wrigley Field.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, ball game. Cubs win. And that is hammered right field. That's back on its way, out of here. Ian Happ unloads number 8. 2 down, bases clear. Cubs trying to make it 10 in a row at home. On the ground, who else? Dansby. Ball game. 10 straight wins for the Cubs at Wrigley. Fun weekend, fun series thus far. Cubs looking for their 11th consecutive victory here at Wrigley Field. Spending your birthday with the Cubbies. Nothing better. Let's get him a birthday W here at Wrigley Field. Cubs taking on the Diamondbacks. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, and let's send it down to the third member of our crew, Taylor McGregor. T-Mac.
Well, Alex, you just said nothing better than a birthday at Wrigley, and I would agree, but I also come with more good news. That is Daniel Palencia has been activated off the 15-day IL. He was placed there April 17th, so just over the minimum stay. He is back. Corresponding roster move is Yaxel Rios has been designated for assignment. Now, Counts was asked if he'll give Palencia a soft landing spot, and he said, Absolutely not. If there's a chance for a save in the 9th inning, that's probably where you'll see Palencia here today. Also want to mention Nico Horner is back playing second base after that neck issue he's been dealing with. Craig saying that, 1, he is symptom-free, but 2, Alex, the wind is blowing out, which is always nice for hitters.
I love that reasoning from Counts. Thanks, Taylor. We have Danny P. back. We have Matthew Boyd on the mound, JD.
Yeah, some numbers on the veteran left-hander. His strikeout rate, 33%, would be a career high. When it's in play, that he's been giving up a lot of hard hit balls, and he's not walking people. So, I mean, we're 18 innings into it for Matthew Boyd this year, and let's assume that hard hit rate is going to regulate here.
So Matthew Boyd gets the start for the Cubs. Time for the Diamondbacks lineup, and it's brought to you by Marte, Perdomo, Carroll, 1, 2, 3. Vargas, Arenado, Gurriel Jr., 4, 5, 6. Moreno, Hernandez, and Barosa, 7, 8, 9. So Matthew Boyd, third start off the injured list.
Yeah, last time out in San Diego, we went 4 innings, allowed 5 runs on 8 hits. He walked 3 and command issues early.
Only got 6 swings and misses as well. A guy who has more than a strikeout per inning. This pitch has popped up. Lands in the first row. We are underway.
Let me correct the record. He walked 2 in that outing against San Diego last time out. Talking to him a couple of days ago, he said, I just didn't feel like I established the command of my fastball early, so that's going to be a priority for him here today. This is a Diamondback club. It's been really good against left-handed pitching this year. That was not the case yesterday, as it got completely shut down by Shota Imanaga.
A lot of teams are getting shut down by Shota Imanaga. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, that's what we saw a lot of yesterday. So there's similar Boyd and Imanaga in that Imanaga likes elevated fastballs and splitters. For Matthew, he'll climb the ladder with his 4-seamer and counter with the changeup.
Now back at the screen. Ketel Marte mired in a small slump, 2 for his last 16. Look at that OPS against left-handed pitching. Cubs are number 1. Diamondbacks are 3rd, 789.
Yeah, they don't walk a lot. They hit for high average, they slug.
Yeah, they're 29th in the league in walks. And they lead the league in triples, are 6th in the league in doubles. Old foul, look out.
Heads up, Counts. Fire in the hole. Yeah.
What an athlete.
Worry about the landing. Clearly annoyed with Marte.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Boyd delivers. Another foul ball.
Marte, one of 4 switch hitters in the Diamondback lineup today, and they've all been better against left-handed pitching than right. For his career, Marte a .306 hitter from this side of the plate.
That was the 8th pitch of the at-bat. We're looking at number 9. Slow start for Marte's standards. .223 hitter. 5 homers. 2-2. Wave and a miss, strike 3. 1 batter face, 1 strikeout for Matthew Boyd.
See the grip circle change, turns it over.
Avi and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cub strikeout at Wrigley Field, the Cubs will donate $241 along with Avi to Cubs charities. Avi, people, passion, possibilities.
Perdomo dropped down a bunt there for a base hit. He's done that a couple times already this year. He's not the only one. Vargas, Barosa, Hernandez, Marte, they'll all think about dropping down a bunt from time to time. Guy coming off a monster year, one of the best players in baseball last year.
Geraldo Perdomo. What's that foul? Had that 3-run home run on Friday. 1 for 4 yesterday. Came into the series hitless in his last 12 at-bats. 0-2. Screen is getting peppered early on.
One of the byproducts of this style of pitching, right? The four-seam fastball and the changeup. And typically, you'll see a lot of foul balls.
Already the 9th foul ball. You know what that means? More souvenirs.
You know, when we were kids, we used to play 4 fouls and you're out.
They can't adopt that rule in
like
2026.
Yeah, if you can't, you can't figure it out by then, you're just done.
I think they have that rule in local softball leagues around here. Mush ball.
Yeah, I think it's sometimes right. Yeah. You had your chance. Move along.
Pop up from Perdomo. Carson Kelly. 2 outs. Time for Home Depot working on a win. Lowest opponent on base percentage at Wrigley Field. Minimum 100 innings. First 2 on that list. Shota Imanaga, Matthew Boyd.
I'm not familiar with Luke Hamlin's work.
But the latter 2 we are. Carroll check swing did not go.
Which means we have to go to the Google machine. Oh, those would have been as a visiting pitcher. He never pitched for the Cubs.
Can't pull up his baseball savant page.
Yeah, no, I got his Fangraphs page. He pitched for Detroit and Brooklyn, Pittsburgh and Philly, but never a Cub.
Good curve by Boyd. Wave and a miss from Corbin Carroll. Carroll still striking out at a 28% clip. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Right on cue. 2 Ks and a 1-2-3 inning for Matthew Boyd. 0-0. We'll go to the bottom of the first.
Go camping.
Bottom 1 here at Wrigley Field. 0-0. Getting ready for the Cubs lineup. Nico Horner back leading off, followed by Moises Ballesteros, Alex Bregman, 1-2-3. Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, Michael Busch, 4-5-6. Carson Kelly, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Dansby Swanson, 7-8-9.
Well, the veteran right-hander Merrill Kelly on the mound for the Diamondbacks here today. He's been limited to just 14 2/3. Hasn't been striking people out. Been walking too many. He's been giving up a lot of damage. League batting .350 against him. He's given up 5 home runs in his 14 2/3. He was hurt to start the season. Had a back injury that kept him sidelined for a while. But he's had a good, solid career. Last year, 12-9. Making 32 starts between his time with the Diamondbacks and the Rangers.
He takes it low. Well, he started the season with Arizona, then got traded to Texas, and then came back to Arizona during free agency.
Yeah, played his college ball at Arizona State, so he likes life in the desert, and it's been good to him.
Nico Horner to center. Jorge Barroso makes the catch.
Kelly's not going to blow you away with velocity. It's pitchability. Gives you a lot of different looks. Sinker, cutter, four-seamer. Good changeup. He'll lean heavily on that changeup. Originally drafted by the Rays. He was an 8th rounder out of Arizona State in 2010. Spent 5 seasons in their system, never reaching the big league. So he said, let's take my act to Korea. And he was really good there. He made his big league debut with the Diamondbacks in 2019. His rookie year, he was 30 years old. And continues to apply his trade now at the age of 37.
This is Ballesteros, hitless this series. Not anymore. Right on cue, Moises Ballesteros. Mo hits a 1-out single here in the first.
Must be the shoes. Got those cool yellow shoes today, and stays on this changeup. That's his game right there. Solid line drive hitter.
Saros on first. Alex Bregman hitting game 1. Takes it inside. Merrill Kelly spent a lot of time in Korea, 4 seasons, came back and didn't make an all-star team, but was a fringe all-star for a couple of years with the Diamondbacks. He made a career here in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. You know, when you look at that profile, 5 years as a minor leaguer, coming out of college, 5 years as a minor leaguer, 4 years in Korea. That guy doesn't profile as a pitcher that's still going to be doing it at the age of 37.
Cue shot. Elbow field, second for 1. First, it's a double play. So Bregman grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. Both teams scoreless in the first. Golf.com. All proceeds benefit Project Main Street, a nonprofit dedicated to assisting those living with ALS. Head over to Ivy Shop now to get yours. JD, you had one of those shirts on while singing the
Yes, we did.
stretch.
Yeah. Luke and I sang the stretch here the other day and wore those ALS t-shirts. Cause that's very near and dear to the heart of Boog. Project Main Street. This is ALS Awareness Month, and of course we celebrate Lou Gehrig on June the 2nd.
Up from Ildemar Vargas. Carson Kelly fighting the sun. 1 out. Well, it was a great shirt, and JD, it was a great stretch. 10 out of 10 from you guys. You had variations in tone, tenor.
Yeah, none of it intentional. I forgot to take my headset off at the outset. That was a little bit of a problem.
I actually think it was a better look. But with like the frequencies, or
there's no need to have it on at the time.
It was a prop. First pitch to Nolan Arenado. I'm guessing you've been singing this stretch for quite some time. Handful of times since you've been here?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I've only heard it once from you, and I'll give you 1 for 1. I thought it was good.
But I think sometimes we serve as the fallback, or I remember one time we did it in the 14th inning because you have to stretch every 7 innings.
Arenado to left center, touches down and hits off the ivy. That picks it up. Nolan Arenado to second to 1-out double.
Ian decides to pull this ball out of the ivy, and sometimes that can be problematic because once it's in there, all you need to throw your arms up. It's a dead ball, and we've seen guys in the past go in looking for that, and it kind of handle it. It drops, and somebody gets 90 extra feet. And usually, it's a visiting player.
But Arenado probably getting the second anyway. 15 for his last 33. Swinging the bat well. Gurriel swings through a breaking ball. No balls and a strike. Change up from Matthew Boyd. When you were singing in the 14th inning, do you think you had the energy like you did the other day, or was it more?
No, more, yeah, because you get a little punchy at that stage of the operation. And I think at the end, instead of saying let's get some runs, it was let's get 1 run. That's all we need.
Let's get home. 0-2 from Boyd. Line foul.
Yeah, good pitch there after a couple good changeups. Elevates the fastball. That went a 91. Matthew sits around 93 miles per hour. You can play that north and south game. Go down with the changeup. Go up with the heater.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 92-mile-per-hour heater. Third strikeout for Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, good sign so far. I mean, Arenado hit his ball really well, but we've got 3 punch-outs and a couple pop-ups to the catcher in foul territory. So the stuff is playing here today for Boyd.
Fastball 92. Here's Gabriel Moreno. First pitch, 74-mile-per-hour curveball. One-oh. Tapper foul. Gabriel Moreno, really talented player. He was acquired a couple of years ago from the Toronto Blue Jays. Meant to be the catcher of the future, now the present. For Arizona, just had difficulty staying healthy.
Yeah, good player. I mean, he can swing the bat and very good behind the plate. He won a Gold Glove in 2023.
Moreno did not play yesterday. 0 for 5 on Friday.
Yeah, I think they're just easing him back into things after spending some time on the IL.
He gets the majority of the catching duty when he's healthy. James McCann, the backup. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second. Matthew Boyd against Gabriel Moreno. Here's the pitch. That's clubbed deep to left field. Ian Happ back at the warning track, and it's into the bleachers and gone. Diamondbacks' first lead of the series, and it comes on a 2-run home run from Gabriel Moreno. First homer of the year, but it's 2-0 Arizona.
2 real nice swings here by the Diamondbacks. The double by Arenado. Now Moreno gets on this high fastball, rides it out of here. It's very impressive to take that elevated fastball and square it up the way he did. Comes ball back into the field of play. Nobody wants that out there. Left field.
Tail of the tape for Gabriel Moreno, 427 feet. There's a strike. Wave and a miss. JD, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is Diamondbacks are leading 2-0. The good news is I think there'll be more runs today.
Yeah, it figures to be a hitter's day the way that wind is blowing. It was really whipping earlier. It's calmed down a little bit. And per StatCast, you're seeing the impact of that wind.
Hits off of Boyd. Underhands to first. Gets Jose Fernandez. 2-run home run from Moreno. Ian Happ will lead things off in the second for the Cubs when we come back. Powered by CDW and Microsoft. Active home run leaders with one team. Ian Happ, 181. Just behind Yordan Alvarez, Trout, Judge, Salvador Perez, Jose Ramirez, Altuve, Acuna, Guerrero, Yordan, and Happ. Great list.
Got that OPS approaching 900. Slugging better than 500. His 8th home run of the year yesterday.
Swing and a miss.
So the changeups from Boyd, and now Kelly, who's got a real nice changeup as well. It's interesting. Neither one of them are particularly hard throwers. And Kelly throws his changeup pretty hard, though. His heater's 92. His changeup is like 88. Not a lot of separation. Yesterday, it was a day for Ian Happ. Picked up a Gold Glove before the game and just dominated with the bat during the game. Home run, double, and for good measure, splits the gap for a 3-base hit, and that was huge because he came home on a sac fly. The second run of the game, and providing a little insurance for Ben Brown as he finished off the final 2 innings of the game.
Look at that OPS. Add the slugging and the OBP together at Wrigley Field, just south of 1100. And this strike 3. One away. Seiya Suzuki up. And Seiya looking for his first hit of the series. Strike. You were talking about Merrill Kelly, how the changeup is thrown harder. Really, the majority of his pitches he throws hard. The cutter he throws at 90, slider he throws at 86, and that fastball at a tick over 91.
Dropped down his arm angle a little bit on that one. Pitching has been an issue for the Diamondbacks. Team ERA of 4.96. Second worst in baseball. The Astros hold the honor of having the worst team ERA.
That's surprising. That's surprising.
They've had a bunch of injuries.
Two to Seiya. Seiya this year hitting .301, OPS at .923. 2-2. Outside corner, called third strike.
Seiya looked like he was contemplating a challenge here on this fastball. Over the outside corner. And yeah, that was a strike. Good pitch. Doug Eddings behind the plate today. He's the crew chief.
Bush pops it up. Bobo heading back. Trouble, and it's dropped. Barossa had a chance, and Michael Bush to second, a 2-out base runner.
Go as a 2-base hit for Michael Bush. So the second time in this series, a misplay in the outfield by the Diamondbacks could prove costly. It was indeed in game 1 of the series. It played it a run. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai. Under the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Perdomo quit on this ball a little early. Barossa playing deep, perhaps got a little bit of a late break. Guys will be happy to get back indoors in Arizona.
It's happened a couple times this series. Once with Carson Kelly up. Swing and a miss. Doubles brought to you by, oh, sorry about that, Carson Kelly.
How does he fare against Kelly's? He's 0 for 6 against his former battery mate, Merrill Kelly. 2 for 3 against Joe Kelly. going against Michael Kelly. I have this theory.
What's your theory,
Alex, that catchers, when they face guys that they used to catch, have an advantage, that they put up good numbers against them. That 0 for 6 would be a counter argument to my point, but I'm sure 3 of those have been line drives.
Strike.
Carson Kelly, when you look at most innings caught by pitcher, Merrill Kelly is the guy he has seen the most.
At the bottom, Matthew Boyd. Zach Gallen, Madison Bumgarner, Luke Weaver sandwiched in between them. Kelly right side, and it's into right center field for a base hit. Bush rounds third and scores. RBI single, Carson Kelly, and the Cubs are on the board here in the second.
Made him pay. They couldn't handle the pop-up. Bush gets a cheap double. Kelly beat Kelly, and this time Carson wins the battle against Merrill. Looks like he's trying to throw that two-seamer that runs back to the outside corner. Just caught too much of the plate. Kelly's done good work in that direction. Finds a little hole on the right side of the infield, and here comes Bushy.
This happened on Friday. Diamondbacks couldn't handle a pop fly. Cubs went on to score runs. And here in the second.
Yeah, and apparently Torey Lovello, the fine manager of the Diamondbacks, was none too happy with that misplay on Friday. He's probably not thrilled with this either here today, although I think this was a little bit of a tougher chance. Still, a ball in the air that long, you assume somebody's going to be able to make a play on it.
Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. Takes a breaking ball low. Stopped by Moreno.
Kelly, one of those guys who'll give you a little bit of everything. Sometimes it's marinara, sometimes it's pesto. You never know.
What up, ball? Right center field, Pete Crow Armstrong splits the gap. Carson Kelly to third, Pete speeds to second. It's a 2-out double for PCA.
Well, after 2 quick outs, it was strikeout of Happ and Suzuki to start the inning, and Kelly probably thought, well, this is going to be an easy second inning for him, but the misplay on the pop-up, solid single, and now a ringing double off the bat of PCA. Kelly's got himself in a bit of a bind. Barry went well down the third baseline to let this play develop before throwing up the stop sign for Carson. He's hoping for any kind of a misplay out there in the outfield.
That was hit very hard. 110.9. Swing from Swanson. Miss. Dansby had a big knock in a similar situation to this on Friday. Kelly about to throw his 22nd pitch here in the second inning after 8 the first. Pop up from Dansby right side, and will go into the seats.
And one of the narratives around this Cubs team this year is they've been more selective, not swinging as much. Dansby, who's better middle in, the challenge for him has been to lay off the ball off the plate away. A little tougher when you've got 2 strikes not to expand.
Takes that one.
I think at some point Kelly would go back to that slider off the outside edge to try to finish him off.
1-2. Even a missed strike 3. So the Cubs score a run. It was Kelly against Kelly. Carson Kelly, Merrill Kelly, and Carson Kelly gets the RBI single. We'll go to the third.
The third with Matthew Boyd on the mound. Boyd recently recognized as the MVP of April, and by MVP we mean most valuable philanthropist. This award coming from the Players Trust, which is the charitable arm of the Players Union, and he was recognized for his work with his nonprofit Kingdom Home, and Kingdom Home helps end child exploitation in Uganda. So they were given $10,000 by the Players Trust that will help build another home in Uganda. They currently have 3 and house about 100 kids. But the work does not stop with that $10,000. They are hosting a event at Wrigley Field June 19th, and it is a event anybody can come to. So if you have your phone, your computer, whatever it may be, get it out right now and go to kingdomhome.org and buy your ticket. So it'll be a great night to help benefit Kingdom Home and help end child exploitation in Uganda, Alex.
Matthew Boyd, most valuable philanthropist, right up there with most valuable person as well. He is wonderful.
Barossa does not share that opinion right now. He's got his tower buzzed a little bit. Matthew making sure he does his work inside. Help set up that changeup away.
Two to Barossa. Air to center. PCA makes the catch.
That's pitching one-on-one right there. Fastball in, then soft away.
He glides into left center to make the catch. Now the top of the order due up for the D-backs. Strikes. Turn into a beautiful day at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, nice day.
Get the tarp on the field to about, 45 minutes before first pitch. Marte to center. Pete. Perfectly placed. 2 outs.
It's fun to watch Marte's body language. He just flung the helmet into the dugout. He's clearly frustrated. Hit into a lot of tough luck here in the early going this season, and in this series he's had some bad swings, and when he hits it hard, somebody's there to make a play on him.
Those swings are easier to stomach when you're 8 for your last 18, not 2 for your last 18.
He hit it about 108 miles per hour. PCA there to get it. Done with this.
On to another one. A light toss. 0-1. 93 for Matthew Boyd. Well, down the left field line. That falls in all the way into the left field corner. Perdomo to second. A wide turn. Will hold up there with a 2-out double.
Well, that's a pretty impressive swing of the bat right there from Perdomo with 2 strikes. When you know a guy's got a real good changeup, you feel like you have to cover away, and this fastball is moving in on his hands and it's up. I mean, that's not a bad pitch at all. It's just a real nice stroke. How quickly he gets those hands pulled in and just delivers the barrel to the backside of that baseball. That's one as a pitcher you file away. So yeah, this guy can get to that pitch with 2 strikes. That's something we have to be mindful of.
Carroll takes a low. We're talking about Geraldo Perdomo's season last year. He had a 7B WAR. Hit .290 with 20 home runs. That's after signing a 4-year, $45 million deal. That might look like a bargain right now.
Yeah, that is a bargain.
Carroll rolls it over to second. Nico ends the top of the third. Speaking of Nico, leads things off in the bottom of the third. Cubs trail 2-1. Winning is everything. Nico Horner, Moises Ballesteros, Alex Bregman. Top third of the Cubs order. Here to start the third against Merrill Kelly. Nico takes a strike. Do a little second baseman comp. Ketel Marte, Nico Horner. Similar batting averages, similar F4. Much better outs above average for Nico and stolen bases. Ketel Marte hits more homers, but you're looking at the top two second basemen in not only the National League, but probably all of baseball. And that's now a position of strength.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting how that works. You go through periods of time where a particular position is kind of weak. And Bryce Terang is putting together another outstanding year. The rookie with the Cardinals, Weatherholt. Xavier Edwards with the Marlins has an OPS up over 900.
One, two. Take from Nico. Remember, Nico did not play yesterday. Taken out of the game early on Friday. No symptoms with the neck. Perfect weather for him. Chops that foul off his foot.
So again, they call it a changeup, but it plays more like a sinker. That one at 90 miles per hour running down and in. Definitely a changeup grip.
Nico to short. Perdomo jumped over first, and Nico legs it out. Good effort from Geraldo Perdomo, but it's a leadoff single for Nico Horner.
Yeah, closer than I thought it was going to be. Perdomo made a heck of a play on it, but Nico runs too well. Corey Lavella will not challenge. It's an infield knock, a leadoff knock for Nico Horner.
Down the line. Beats out an infield single. He's a threat to steal.
Kelly's done a good job over the years holding base runners, and Moreno, the catcher, can really throw.
Moises Ballesteros. Single at his first at bat. Off that one.
Check how tightly bunched the infield is for the Diamondbacks. Normally when you see that deployment, you would see the second baseman more to the pole side, but they got three infielders.
Moises Ballesteros, left center field. Gurriel to the wall. It's gone.
I guess it doesn't matter much where the infielders are deployed when you do that. Ballesteros, who had been a little quiet since that grand slam he hit in San Diego, quiet no longer.
Both homers for Mo Baller, a bleacher souvenir. Homer number 6, two-run shot, and it is 3-2 Cubs.
Wrigley Field home. The way he could drive that ball the other way, that left center gap.
Smile for the camera, Moises. Bregman fouls it down the third base side. And for more on Moises Ballesteros, Taylor McGregor.
Well, Alex, JD had mentioned after Moises' first hit that maybe it was the cleats that did the magic. And I was actually talking to him before the game, and there was a little bit of a changeup. So he had been wearing the same cleats and batting gloves for a while, but then went 4 straight games without a hit, so decided to change it up. You see the yellow cleats, the yellow gloves here today. That was back in San Diego on the right. So sometimes changing things up works like a charm.
Take it.
That was the old Nike spot that Michael Jordan's got to be the shoes. Must be the shoes.
As he said to me, the other ones were out of hits.
Bregman swings and misses.
Home run replay is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. So line drive single first time. This time he elevates and leaves. It's a helping win here today, but that one didn't really need a whole lot of help.
Woods is by Esteros. 2 opposite field hits, 1 a single, 1 a 2-run bomb. And kind of in the same spot too. One was just hit a little bit higher.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of his stroke. He's an alley-to-alley hitter. And when he gets a little too pull conscious, I think there's a tendency to hit the ball on the ground more. But that's what the longer he's in the game, he's such a skilled hitter, and he'll, in all likelihood, just get a better idea of what pitchers are trying to do against him in certain counts, and when to look, when to cheat, when to try to pull the ball and lift it out of the ballpark. It's such a good approach right now, just alley to alley. It's going to play, especially again in this ballpark.
That didn't go. And we've seen him hit home runs to all fields. The grand slam against San Diego was to right. He's hit a couple home runs into the shrubbery here at center. And that one to left center.
He's now 16 for 29 by Esteros when he puts the first or second pitch in play. We talked about the Cubs being more selective. It doesn't mean you want to be passive.
In half to center, Barossa makes the catch. Deep fly out for Ian, and now 2 outs. Cubs got down 2-0. A home run by Gabriel Moreno. RBI single Carson Kelly in the second. 2-run home run by Moises Ballesteros just a moment ago. Seiya rips it to left. 109.6 off the bat. It's a single for Seiya. The third inning continues. Aaron throw almost made that fun. More fun.
Seiya doesn't offer out that first pitch very often. Ready to hit this time. Got a sinker and just smoked it to left. After those back-to-back strikeouts to start the second, the Cubs have put some real good swings on Kelly here.
Crow Armstrong with a double in the second, hit that around 111 miles per hour. That one just shy of 110. And the Moises Ballesteros homer was both hard enough and far enough. Michael Busch got gifted a double in the second. 4th hit of the series. Sometimes to break out of a slump, you need hits like that.
He's got really quick feet with that pickoff move.
Seiya laughing it off.
Jose Javier with the thumbs up to the dugout to say, no, we're good. He's good.
Hip. Ribs
just whiffed on it.
Merrill Kelly had 56 pitches. Remember, he only threw 8 in the first inning. .24 in the second, 24 in the third, about to throw his 25th. The Bush walks. Meeting at the mound.
The 2026 Nissan Frontier, with Ward's most awarded V6 engine in the last 30 years. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get 0% APR on select 2026 Frontier trims.
Back here at Wrigley Field. Cubs up 3-2. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor.
I wonder what this is all about. Normally the home plate umpire goes out there just to break up the meeting and get play going, but Doug Eddings has a little something to say. I don't think there was anything contentious, but just be curious to know what that chat was all about.
So lengthy meeting at the mound. Here's Carson Kelly, who won the first battle of the Kellys with an RBI single in the second. Swing and a miss.
Well, everybody had an off night in Chicago last night. Maybe that was the conversation. Where'd you guys go for dinner?
Great eats here in this city. Swing and a miss.
He's going to use his timeout here.
First and second, 2 outs. Kelly delivers. So Merrill Kelly so far this afternoon, 2 2/3 innings, 7 hits.
Merrill Kelly could get offseason work as a body double for Chris Elliott.
It's a good comp.
Mayor of Schitt's Creek.
Yep. Get some Saturday Night Live early on in his career. Scary movie. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one before.
I can't help myself. I say it every time we face.
Do you? Merrill Kelly about to throw his 31st pitch of the inning. 2-2. Great take by Carson Kelly.
Yeah, he's like a boxer that's getting hit around. He needs to get to his corner and regroup. Working really hard here. Big pitch coming here for Carson.
Runners will be off. Crowd loud. Kelly grounds at the third. Arenado across the diamond. And it ends the bottom of the third. But Mo runs for Mo Baller. Mo Baller, Mo barrels, Mo bombs. 2-run home run from Moises Ballesteros, 3-2 Cubs. On the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Joey McGrady would have won the $2,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. Unfortunately, it did not. Tasty Trade stocks, options, future, crypto. Tough effort. Tough effort. Come on, Doug.
He never had a chance.
This inside.
Vargas had his hitting streak snapped at 24 this season, +3 last season. Second longest hitting streak in Diamondback history behind Luis Gonzalez, who hit in 30 straight a few years back. Came into this one batting .412 against left-handed pitching.
Vargas takes it outside.
He likes to swing it. He doesn't strike out much, nor does he walk very often.
Out to center. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. They're presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Shots up Wrigley. Side corner called strike. 72-mile-per-hour curveball from Matthew Boyd. Arenado takes a strike. J.D. Nolan Arenado came into this game hitting .438 over his last 10. 14 for 32. Got off to a slow start offensively. Oops, that foul. You enlighten the fans on some of the homework you did involving Nolan Arenado, his defensive prowess.
Yeah, we had some fun with that the other day, meeting with Craig Counsell. Craig's defensive WAR, according to Fangraphs, is actually better than Nolan's, who's considered one of the top defenders, and certainly of this generation. He won 10 consecutive Gold Gloves to start his career.
Pop-up foul. So what you're trying to say is Craig Counsell should have won 10 consecutive.
Well, yeah, you know, there's many ways you can spin that. Counsell's like, yeah, sure,
sounds good.
Craig was a very good defender, and he moved all over the infield. I'm sure that's what enhanced his value. This is the time at shortstop. Arenado playing this season at the age of 35. Numbers have been going in the wrong direction the last couple of seasons with the Cardinals. See how much he's got left in the tank.
3-2. Call third strike. Ring him up, sit him down.
Actually pulls this change up. Ends up kind of middle end.
And Nolan said, I was yelling at myself.
Yeah, not you. Just... Don't write me up. Don't give me any demerits for bad behavior. I was just grumbling at myself.
I don't want to make it an early day. Keep playing. Line drive to right and a single for Gurriel. You're talking about Arenado defensively. I mean, you look at some of his seasons that he had offensively with Colorado, which helps. But man, 2015 to 2019, you look at 42 homers, 130 runs driven in, 41 homers, 133 runs driven in. OPS is all above 900. Really, really good player.
Yeah, likely a Hall of Fame player.
358 career homers. No, we were talking about second baseman. There's a lot of talent there. It's a premier position right now when it comes to talent. It was third base when Arenado was coming up and Manny Machado. Now you look at those two players and they're probably on the cusp of making the Hall of Fame. Say they're both in the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah. I think they both probably will end up as Hall of Famers.
One, two to Moreno. Gabriel Moreno, first home run of the year in the second inning, 2-run shot. Out to second, funky spin. Nico brings it up to first, and it ends a half inning. Scoreless top of the fourth for Matthew Boyd. 3-2 Cubs lead. Who do you think likes that cop more, Chris Elliott or Merrill Kelly? I think Chris Elliott because it makes him look younger.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
PCA deep to right field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it's just foul.
He scorched a double first time up. He's leaning and hoping, but not to be.
Rips it to right. Carroll makes the catch. And a harder hit ball for PCA, but he flies out to right.
Merrill Kelly, after working really hard in the second and third innings, really needs a quick, efficient one here to get back on track.
That's 67 pitches through 3 1/3. Diamondbacks needing some length from Kelly. Dansby rips it to short, but it's caught by Perdomo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
The top of the order here for the Cubs. Nico single, run scored in the third. Batting average sits firmly at 300. It's played by Arenado.
My goodness.
5-pitch inning for Merrill Kelly. 3-2 Cubs lead. We'll go to the fifth.
Tomorrow start a 4-game set. Tickets still available at Cubs.com/tickets. And for the Cubs, it'll be Cabrera, Tyone, Ray, and Imanaga. Night games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Afternoon game on Thursday.
First look at the Cincinnati Reds here in 2026. They can hit. Comfortable swing and miss from Jose Fernandez. Those having a great start to the year for the Reds, JD. Ellie De La Cruz.
Yes, he is. That's why we put his picture up on that graphic.
Got it. Just thought because he was tall, good hair.
Sal Stewart as well.
I see.
Got some young pitching with Chase Burns, Rhett Lauder.
Yeah, Burns pitches today in Pittsburgh. Not sure who the Reds are going to run out there tomorrow.
They're going to miss strike 3. First, and Fernandez strikes out swinging. Another strikeout for Matthew Boyd to start the fifth. One out. First pitch to Jorge Barosa. It's a strike. Boyd in his last start against San Diego only had 6 whiffs. Now double-digit swings and misses. Mary Barossa stands 5'6". Takes a called strike.
Yeah, I saw a scouting report on him that said he's a Lilliputian outfielder who plays above average defense and can put the ball in play.
What was the first description?
Lilliputian, like Gulliver's Travels. I don't know if you ever read that.
No.
Crime novel. He goes to the island and all the little people are Lilliputians.
I like it. But to see that in a scouting report is very descriptive. Left, Ian Happ. 2 outs.
Today is the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets. Get them now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador here at the ballpark through the 8th inning. We promised you at least $75K. We're up over $120,000. So if your horse didn't come in yesterday, go ahead and take a shot at the 50/50.
Look at you, only making promises that you can keep.
An old renegade.
To short. Dansby gobbles it up to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Nice work, Matthew Boyd. 3-2, Cubs lead, middle 5.
American Airlines, and we're talking Moises Ballesteros, who went deep for the 6th time this year. He went into the bleachers in left, 389 feet. Score your next flight at AA.com.
So Moises Ballesteros, 2 for 2. Swing and a miss. Two-run home run brought his season averages, 995 OPS. Well over 300.
Strong early case for Rookie of the Year in the National League.
It's a talented rookie class. We talked about South Store with the Reds. We've talked about J.J. Weatherholt, the Cardinals. American League, Kevin McGonigal for Detroit. Look at the OPS leaders in the National League. Ildemar Vargas, Matt Olson, Mickey Moniak, Moises Ballesteros. To not have that on my bingo card.
Steady diet of changeups here in this plate appearance.
Toss it back.
Hey, while we'll have a moment of happy birthday to Kathy Thorson. Kathy celebrating 85 years on this planet today. She's a huge Cub fan, watches every day. And her son is right down below us running camera, Keith.
Happy birthday.
She shares a birthday with Ryan Dempster. There's Thor, there's Keith. Love you, Mom.
Or is he saying love you to us? Or love you to Mom? Or maybe both?
I'm going to guess Mom.
Good walk from Moises Ballesteros.
Well, guy hits a couple rockets off you. You're going to be careful. Happy birthday, Deppy. 49 today. Pride of Gibson's High School in British Columbia.
Bregman today 0 for 2. 3-2, Cubs lead. In the 5th with nobody out. Swing and a miss.
It's been a tough day for Alex so far. Bounced into a double play and punched out. Having a hard time picking up that spin on the breaking ball from Kelly here.
Kelly had 78 pitches through 4+. Ballesteros jumps in safely.
See, you wear the fancy yellow shoes and they think you're a base stealer.
Yeah, keeping an eye on the speed demon.
And those shoes are enough. That would have drawn a throw from me.
Just by having the shoes on?
Yeah, just the yellow shoes. This guy can run.
Bregman got a piece. Did you ever wear flashy cleats like that? Or just standard certain color?
Oh, we weren't allowed. Black or white.
Did you go with both?
Depending on which team I was with. The Astros, we wore white.
Hit to third. Arenado fields to second, and Ballesteros is safe. Slow developing play. Everybody's safe.
Again, the yellow shoes paying off. Arenado's got a choice to make here. Not going to be an easy play either way. Thought he had a shot at the lead man at second base.
It's a failed fielder's choice. No hit, no error. First and second, nobody out. Went.
Here comes the pressure campaign from the Cubs again today. Last inning, Kelly got 3 outs on just 5 pitches. The 3 outs coming on his final 3 pitches of the inning. Second and third, he worked awfully hard, and now the heat is back on. It's really been the story for this Cubs offense. Continue to put pressure on. A lot of traffic.
Today over 2. It's a hard, deep down the right field line, but into the seats foul. Second deck.
Cubs come into play today with a team on base percentage of .350, #1 in MLB. 5.36 runs per game, second only to the Braves.
Low. They are top 5 in pretty much every meaningful statistical category offensively. Slugging percentage 5th, OPS 4th, walks 3rd. You said OBP 1st.
As the pitch count continues to climb here for Kelly, and remember, he's spent time on the IL earlier this year, just 14 2/3 innings coming into play today. So they're activating that bullpen. Ryan Thompson, the big righty, is up.
Over first foul. So Ian doing his part to run up the pitch count for Merrill Kelly. So take a look at Thompson warming up on Friday. Big opportunity for the Cubs. Up 3-2. 2 on, nobody out. He steps out. Two to in. Outside corner, yeah. Called third strike, but he'll see it.
The batter challenging the strike call.
Worth a shot here.
And ABS is powered by T-Mobile, and it's a ball.
Two challenges.
That one not particularly close.
You called it right away. Ian knew it right away. Instead of a called third strike, Full count. Payoff. Ball 4. Great at bat, Ian Happ.
He extends his on-base streak to 24 consecutive games. And we'll see what Torey Lovullo decides to do here. Thompson up and assume ready by now. We'll give Suzuki a third crack at him. Apparently he will.
Zaya, single, last at bat. Struck out looking, first at bat. Bags full, nobody out. Swing and a miss.
I mentioned last time that Seiya doesn't offer out that first pitch very often. Last time he did, he got a sinker that he lined to left. This time fooled by the slider. Ooh. That's the one he wants back. Little spinner on the inner half.
Two from Kelly. Outside corner, called third strike, but Seiya challenges again.
Challenging the strike call.
Remember his first time he got rung up on a pitch that was on the outside corner.
The call is confirmed. Cubs have one more challenge.
Again, given the stakes, the bases loaded in a decision pitch. Not a bad challenge, just a bad result.
Merrill Kelly at 91 pitches.
Brian Kaplan, the pitching coach, with some words of wisdom, some strategy as to how they're going to go after Michael Busch here.
Only a righty warming up in the bullpen. We've seen one lefty out of the bullpen for the Diamondbacks this series is Brandon Garcia.
Yeah, and that's an issue for Torey Lovullo. When you've only got one lefty, makes it difficult to deploy him in this situation. It's only the 5th inning. Now he may have right-handers out there that he really likes against lefty bats.
Bush to right. Corbin Carroll angles back. Can't get it. Into the right field corner. 2-run score. Here comes Happ. Throw to third. Not in time. Bases clearing. Triple Michael Busch. Have a game, Bushy. Cubs out of their lead here in the 5th.
Wrigley is rocking. The track meet is on. 4x90 relay as Michael Busch clears the bases with his triple, and triples are brought to you by Invesco QQQ, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Torey Lovullo to the mound to make the change, but the damage done. A bushwhack into the right field corner.
Michael Busch, bases clearing, 3-bagger, 2 for 2 today. Cubs lead 6-2. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. 6-out answer for the Cubs. They lead 6-2 at the bottom of the 5th.
Michael Busch is with one eye closed, hoping that he could extend things a little bit here, but Busch jumped all over that first pitch. Everybody flying around the bases. That guy's fired up. Him not so much.
Merrill Kelly less than pleased. Ryan Thompson fires to Carson Kelly. It's a strike.
Well, the big righty has been busy this year. He's working for the 18th time already. 3.55 sinkers, sliders, gets a lot of ground balls.
Got that funky arm slot.
Just one out in the inning here, so the Diamondbacks have the infield in.
Broke it back to Thompson. Looks back over at third to first for the second out. A deep breath from PCA. Double in his first at bat. Line out second at bat. Good swings. Gets it sharply to second. Marte to first. And it ends the fifth, but not before Michael Busch continues his big day. Bases clearing triple, 6-2 Cubs.
I mean, if you go back to last spring training, he dyed his hair with the blue stars. It was a great look. Well, it's been a little bit since we've seen that. So yesterday, Clark wanted to remind the people of Pete a year ago. And then this was today. We found a young fan with the same hairdo. So I went out, met my friend Camden, 11 years old, from the Peoria area. He told me a couple weeks ago he went to get his hair done, and naturally his favorite player is Pete Armstrong, so he wanted that exact do. He plays left field, plays baseball, and he said it's been a hit with his teammates. So I would not be surprised to hear more kids out in the Peoria area getting that same haircut very soon, guys.
A hit with the pals. I am jealous of the hairdo or the ability to do so. You can pull it off. I couldn't even pull it off if I had the full head.
You don't need the hair. Just stick some stars on your head.
Good. It's taking low. JD, I have a small bone to pick with you. So yesterday I was watching the Open that you had with Boog, and you know what the first comment you said to him?
I talked about his hair, I think.
Said nice hair. I didn't get the same kudos.
Yeah, well, his hair was looking pretty strong yesterday.
I won't forget it. His hair always looks strong, especially in comparison to us.
Yeah, but we have very little maintenance that we have to do.
Check swing. Nope.
So we got a theme going for this Cubs rotation here lately, bouncing back after rough starts. We saw it from Colin Ray, we saw it from Imanaga, and now Matthew Boyd having a good one here today. Looking to get through 6 innings. He's at 85 pitches. Dealing with the 2-3-4 hitters in this Diamondback lineup for the 3rd time. And there's some activity in the bullpen. Phil Maton.
Grounder to short. Dancy picks up the sharp hop over the first. What a way.
May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. On Monday, May 18th, the Cubs will celebrate with special entertainment, music, and in-game recognitions. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Heritage jersey presented by House Foods.
It's a cool jersey. Corbin Carroll takes a strikeout and a ground out so far. Corbin Carroll, big reason why the Diamondbacks lead the league in triples. He's got 4 of the 10.
Yeah, their ballpark is very triple friendly, but he's got that skill set of speed and power. I suspect he'd be among the league leaders in that department year in and year out.
That's why you say that. He's led the league in triples, National League in triples, each of the last 3 years. Broke into the league in 2022, National League Rookie of the Year in 2023, where he was 5th in the MVP voting. 25 homers, 30 doubles, 10 triples, and 54 stolen bases. Just drew a walk here. So Boyd at 92 pitches. See Ildemaro Vargas. Vargas had the hit streak snapped yesterday. Takes a strike, and before he became this version of Ted Williams in 2026, played for a number of different teams, including the Cubs. Short stint, 2020, 2021.
You know Matthew Boyd's going to take a shot at him. Down 4 runs, the Diamondbacks less likely to take risk on the bases, especially with Boyd on the mound.
Carroll off. Pop up foul. This will be pop up to second. Caught by Nico Horner. Truck throw to first, and he's out. What a play by Nico. Good to have him back. Fun times. 6-2 Cubs lead. Bottom 6. And here for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, and Moises Ballesteros.
Brandon Pfaadt entering the fray for the Diamondbacks. 95-mile-an-hour heater. PFAA DT Brandon Pfaadt. He's made 3 starts, 3 appearances out of the bullpen, 27 innings and a 5.67 ERA.
Last name's pronounced Pfaadt, and if I were to try to spell it, I wouldn't have wagered an opportunity like that. The P and the F?
Yeah. What would you guess? Dutch descent?
Yes.
Looks like a license plate.
It does. Well, 2. Pfaadt began the year as a starter. Came in relief Ryan Nelson in Toronto. After Nelson went a third of an inning, Pfaadt went 6+. Payoff. All 4. Dansby Swanson draws another walk.
Time now for the Motorola Razr replay, folks, and watch Nico do his thing back out there at second base. This is kind of fun. Carroll, I'm a little bit surprised to see him go. Nico kind of circles Carroll, tracks down his pop-up. Carroll reading the ball. I mean, he should have been a little more desperate, urgent to try to get back to first base.
I mean, you said it before, him running with a 4-run deficit. Well, shocking to see that, and then ultimately gets doubled off.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, with Boyd on the mound, he's such a tough guy to read. They would be risk averse.
Up the second, and Nico's retired.
Well, you know, and maybe it took him a little while to find the ball in the air, because when you're on the move and the ball's in play, sometimes it's hard to find it. But even if that ball drops and they end up forcing him at second base, it's only 1 out.
Farrell doubled off. Moises Ballesteros, 3 at-bats. All 3 times. One was a single, one was a walk, and one was a trot. 2-run homer. Looking more into Brandon Pfaadt's ear. And the 3 first starts, 6 1/3 innings in relief. Then a 3-inning relief appearance for Zach Gallen, and went 1 inning in his last outing.
That's probably outside, no? The answer is no. Second guess Doug Eddings back there.
26-year big league vet. Swing and a miss. Pfaadt kind of throws the kitchen sink at you. Sinker, 4-seamer, curveball, cutter, changeup, slider, sweeper.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. You see a fun animation of that Ballesteros home run in the 3rd. This is what people in the TV business call artsy-fartsy. Big roller coaster ride, 80 feet high and 389 feet. And some happy person out there in the bleachers got a nice souvenir.
Check swing from Ballesteros, did not go around. You don't call it artsy-fartsy. Those in the truck call it artsy-fartsy.
Well, you know, I just follow their lead. Pfaadt last year made 33 starts. He's been a starting pitcher throughout his career. 90 games as a big leaguer, 86 of them in a starting role. I'm sure there'll be more opportunities to start as they move through the season.
So Perdomo only plays the first and gets Ballesteros, who is hustling down the line. Bregman 0 for 3. Pop up towards second. Marte couldn't find it, so Vargas does. Cubs go down scoreless in the bottom of the 6th, but they lead 6-2. To you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results.
Matthew Boyd having a very nice afternoon here today. He yields to the bullpen now, but we take a look at some of his work. He struck out 5, 3 coming on that good changeup. There's a 4-seamer elevated. He got 1 with his slider. Through 15 first pitch strikes to 22 batters he faced. And now he'll turn it over to the veteran righty.
So Matthew Boyd, quality.
Well, Phil missed time on the IL with that knee problem. So just his 8th appearance on the season. He's only thrown 6 innings so far.
Side out grounder. Bush underhands to first, 1 away. Here's that quality start. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 5 Ks, 1 walk. Nicely done, Matthew Boyd. Quality start is brought to you by National Car Rental. Speed, control, winning, confidence. Tom threw on Friday. like Boyd recently coming off the injured list. And JD, we were talking about this a month ago, spring training. Phil Maton, big name when talking about the bullpen of the 2026 Cubs coming into the season.
Yeah, they fully expect him to be a very big part of this bullpen.
You talk about the bullpen, they've been injured, but you get Phil Maton back, you get Daniel Palencia back, and slowly but surely starting to get reinforcements.
Yeah, they signed Phil to a 2-year deal relatively early in the offseason, so they clearly targeted him as the guy they wanted to be out there in leverage situations.
Called strike. Phil, part of a baseball family, brother Nick, drafted by the Phillies, played in the big leagues. Phil was really good last year, 4-5 with a 2.79 ERA and 63 appearances, 81 Ks, 61 in the third innings. To the left and a base hit for Gurriel Jr. A 5.5 hole.
Change up your summer. Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Gurriel, second single of the afternoon. Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a miss. Well, JD's homered once today. With that swing, wanted to homer twice.
And a lot of times on a day like today, that's what it's going to take. Down 4 runs, you're running out of time. You need a big swing or two.
Spins that one.
Yeah, 3 different pitches moving away from a right-handed hitter. Curve, slider, or sweeper, cutter. Not a velo guy, but can really spin the breaking pitch. And then he'll throw that sinker in on the hands and get some weak contact.
You know, a weak contact grounder would work. This outside. (6-2) Cubs lead. Cubs were down 2-0. 6 unanswered runs. 2-run home run Moises Ballesteros. Bases clearing triple Michael Busch. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Suzuki back and makes the catch.
Yeah, man, he gave that a pretty good ride the other way. Phil Maton used the whole yard here. Saya backed up against the ivy before pulling this one in. Tough sky, windy day, nothing easy out there today.
Nice grab by Saya, now 2 outs. Jose Fernandez up. Back at the screen. Beautiful day at the confines. Not many empty seats. Rained earlier, now sunshine. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Maton delivers. Oh, hit him.
Got him.
So from 0-2 to 2 on.
Just want to make sure that that pitch did indeed hit him, and clearly it did. They will not challenge. Just brush that lead arm.
Two on, two out. Ray Barossa takes a breaking ball for a strike. Barossa 2 lineouts. He had 2 hits in game 1 this series.
Assuming Torey Lovullo contemplated a pinch hitter in this situation. Maybe bring somebody off that bench that's a little bit more of a power threat. But you know what? He's been at it a long time. Winningest manager in Diamondbacks franchise history. He knows his ball club a lot better than I do.
It's a called strike. Look at the bench for the Diamondbacks. They do have a lefty on the bench, Alec Thomas. Tim Tawa on the bench, James McCann on the bench, Adrian Del Castillo on the bench. Looper foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on here for the Diamondbacks. Maton delivers upstairs.
Del Castillo, a left-handed bat with power. I'll tell you what, pinch hitting is not easy to do. A lot of times you're better off going with the guy who's seen some live pitching in the flow of the game.
2-2. Got a backdoor breaking ball. Big pitch coming up.
Barossa just trying to keep the inning alive for Marte, who's on deck.
Runners in motion, the pitch. And it's a called 3rd strike.
A batter challenging strike call.
See a challenge?
Well, that's a big challenge here. Either strike 3 or ball 4.
The pitch is the ball. Ball 4.
Wow. Good work by Barossa to work that walk by 1/10 of an inch.
Before the game tying, or potential game tying run at the plate, Ketel Marte meeting at the mound with pitching coach Tommy Hotovy.
Yeah, this got hairy in a hurry here.
Some action to the Cubs bullpen. Corbin Martin, former Diamondback, was up earlier, and Obi Milner now working quickly. Phil Maton against Ketel Marte. The bases loaded and 2 outs. A dangerous spot. Maton delivers. Called strike. Sweeper from Maton. A 1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Marte looked like he was thinking off speed. That was a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. That'll bring the crowd to their feet here at Wrigley Field. Strike 3. Phil Maton, big strikeout of Ketel Marte on 3 pitches, and he strands the bases loaded. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years. This Bud's for you.
Take me out to the ball game. Cast members of the Chi Burgundy Baker, Luke James, Hannah Hall, and Jacob Lattimore.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out in the crowd. Sing. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never come back. Let me root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. Forest 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yeah! Let's get some runs! Let's get some runs!
And here for the Cubs, Ian Happ will start things off. Alex Cohen, Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor on the call this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Ian Happ takes a strike, part of that big 5th inning. Moises Ballesteros walked. Alex Bregman and reached on an unsuccessful fielder's choice. There was a throw to second. It was late to get Ballesteros. Ian Happ was down to the count 1-2, drew a walk. Swing and a miss. And then all 3 of them scored on a bases clearing triple from Michael Busch.
And the Cubs got the one big swing that the Diamondbacks failed to get last inning. So Maton pitched his way into and then out of trouble with that big strikeout of Marte. Cubs looking to pad their lead here.
Ian Happ takes it high. Ian Happ drawing more walks, getting on base more, hitting the ball harder, hitting the ball farther. Great start to his 2026 season. Talking about his 24-game on-base streak, longest of his career on-base percentage, right around .430 during that stretch. And he walks again.
Folks, Monday, May 19th is Northwestern University night. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a Northwestern and Cubs hat presented by New Era. Don't miss this offer. It's not 2 hats, it's 1, but it has the Northwestern and Cubs represented on the hat.
I like it. Zaya takes a ball. A lot of Northwestern at this ballpark this weekend. Played a college baseball game here against Indiana.
Yeah, your alma mater.
Right.
Did you go, or you had to go do football?
I do football. Other obligations. Would have, though. Pete Crow Armstrong throwing out the first pitch in Northwestern gear.
To his buddy.
That's right. Zaya clubs it to left. Gurriel can't get it. It'll 1-up off the wall. Ian Happ stops at third. Seiya Suzuki to second. Second hit of the game. Cubs in business here in the 7th.
And a solid single back in the 3rd, and he just disrespects that pitch. That thing's moving up and in. I don't care. Like he's blocking a shot. That weak stuff out of here.
102.9. Tomahawked it to left. Here's Michael Busch. A double, a walk, and a bases clearing triple so far. JD, maybe he could be like Ian Happ yesterday and homer.
Yeah, why not?
9 hits for the Cubs. Busch with 2 of them. 5 hits. Gone for extra bases. Busch with 2 of them.
Down 4 in the 7th. The Diamondbacks have no choice but to pull the infield in here. And now we'll see how aggressive Fott is with this 2-0 pitch. Bush up there licking his chops.
Pop up the right. Corbin Carroll underneath it, makes the catch. Happ tags up, throws cut off. Ian Happ scores. It's a 4 RBI day for Michael Bush. Sacrifice fly. Say it a third. 7-2 Cubs.
This the first out of the inning, so the Diamondbacks keep the infield in again as Suzuki moved over to third base.
Carson Kelly takes a strike. It was Carson Kelly that got the scoring started for the Cubs. They're down 2-0. RBI single in the second. Kelly rips it past Perdomo and into left field for an RBI single. Seiya scores, second hit for Carson Kelly. It's 8-2 Cubs.
Just another one of those games that we've seen so often from this Cub lineup, up and down the lineup. Guys contributing, infield pulled in, sharp ground ball if they're back and make a play. But again, desperate times call for desperate measures, and they have to pull the infield in here.
Crow Armstrong line out to short. Hit it hard. Kelly back to first.
Man, there's been a lot of hard contact by the Cubs in this game.
So 8 of the 9 players in this Cubs lineup have either a hit or a walk today. Dansby down the left field line, but it's fouling out of play. Dansby drew a walk in the 6th this season. His players with 20 runs scored, 20 walks, 20 runs batted in. Dansby, Swanson situated in the middle. Yordan Alvarez, Judge, Murakami, Reynolds, Rice, Schwarber, Trout, Turang, Wood. Good group. JD, you were talking about hard hit balls today hit by the Cubs. They have 8 hit over 99 miles per hour today. Just in play.
Not loud noises. It's just a persistently relentless lineup. Just don't chase, force the pitcher into the zone, hit it hard.
Dansby fouls it back. They don't strike out much, they being the Cubs. They draw a lot of walks, get on base at a high clip. They hit enough homers.
Yeah, and I think those home run numbers will spike too as the weather warms up. Conditions play a little bit more favorably here at Wrigley for the hitters. Wind is really whipping pretty good right now. Dansby were to get one airborne.
He's done that 6 times this year. Gusts at one point today up to 30 miles per hour. Time might be now. Ground ball to short. Perdomo underhands to second, and it ends the 7th inning. Insurance runs brought to you by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker. And people strategy partners. Pair of RBIs here for the Cubs in the 7th, leading it to 2. On Wednesday, Hobie Milner came into the game. Big spot, Petco Park. There's a strikeout for his first save of the year. Dugout loved it. Means Hobie Milner is now the pitcher for the Cubs in the 8th inning in a non-save situation. Milner fires a breaking ball.
The former Texas Longhorn making his 16th appearance. He's been rock solid. See, he doesn't strike out a bunch of people. Keeps walks down, typically gets a lot of ground balls. Hasn't necessarily been the case yet this year.
This is high to Perdomo. Milner works quick. Hit to second, hops to Nico. 1 out. Cubs in 15, presented by Feltco, is your morning highlight reel of today's game. Catch it tomorrow at 6, 7, or 8 a.m. Stream it anytime on the Marquee app or on YouTube. Be an overachiever. Do it at 6 in the morning. Start your day early. JD, are you early riser? You get up at 6 in the morning?
Not often. 7-ish.
Hobie. 2 outs. PFP.
Corbin Carroll now 0 for 3 today. A little glove save there by Hobie. You see Dansby in the background. He's ready to make a play for him.
You know, it's funny. Yesterday, it seemed like the ball was always hit to Dansby, like he had a magnet in his glove. Today, what, 1 or 2 plays?
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. I see 2 on my scorecard.
He had 9 yesterday.
8 of the final 12 outs in the game yesterday were ground balls to Dansby Swanson.
And most of them dazzling plays, too. So 2 outs, top 8. Cubs, 8 unanswered runs in this one. Hit to third underneath the glove of Bregman. It's off the sidewall. It'll be a single for Ildemar Vargas.
The Cubs have done a good job neutralizing the big bats in the Diamondback lineup in this series. 1 through 4 in the batting order for the Diamondbacks today. Just 2 out of 15 with that hit by Vargas. His hitting streak came to an end yesterday and back on the board here this afternoon.
Renato takes a strike.
Sneaking in the back door. Like a teenager breaking curfew.
Spoken out of true experience from you, right, Katie?
Arenado's fun to watch. He's so active in the box. I think the hitting instructor would ever teach this. Happy feet.
He's getting his steps in.
Works for him.
Nico makes the catch by the shoot tops. 8-2 Cubs will go to the bottom of the 8th.
Of the 2016 World Championship, our Prevagen memorable moment takes us back to this day 2016. Jake Arrieta followed up his shutout of the 2015 NL wildcard game to dominate the Pirates again at PNC Park. Arrieta pitched 7 scoreless innings to improve to 6-0 with a .84 ERA. He became the first Cubs pitcher to win his first 6 starts in a season since Mordecai Brown won his first 11 in 1908. The Cubs have now won 19 straight of Arrieta's regular season starts. So it feels like every Prevagen memorable moment we've done up to this point of the 2016 team this year has included Arrieta.
Arrieta throws a no-hitter. Arrieta throws a shutout.
Go to right center field. One out's off the wall. Nico Horner to second. Welcome back, Nico. Day off yesterday. Multi-hit game today.
Infield single back in the 3rd. That was just ahead of the Ballesteros home run. Now smokes this ball. Lift and lean. Get yourself 2 bags.
Two-bagger for Nico. This pitch to Ballesteros is high. This. Cubs 8 runs, 6 extra base hits. That ties a season high.
They're looking to win their 11th consecutive home game. It's 3 outs away from making that happen, and then they'll deal with the Cincinnati Reds. Come in for 4. It's got to be 1-0 by the Pirates today. After giving up 17 runs to the Pirates yesterday, they pitched really well today, but they can't score.
This strike 3. So Ballesteros down on strikes.
Look at the 50-50, folks. 146,000 plus.
What did you promise? 75?
Well, we promised the good people at Cubs Charities here with the raffle, the 50-50 raffle. It was for the weekend. That's probably low. Alex doesn't want to challenge. It kind of does, but he's right.
Cubs have 1 challenge left. Swing from Bregman.
Just looking to salvage his day here. The good news is his club has a 6-run lead. Have a tough day at the plate. It always goes down a little bit better if your team is on the winning side.
Scored in the 5th. Reached on a fielder's choice.
Yeah, it was a big moment in this game. A little chopper down the 3rd baseline. Ballesteros was on first. Arenado took a shot at him at second. Mo was able to beat the play. And Arenado might have had a shot at Bregman at first.
Well, first and second and nobody out at the time. Then Ian Happ walked. Seiya struck out. The 3 that were on base.
Hey, here's the play we were talking about. Not an easy read for Arenado. And he knows he's got a slow man on first, so he thinks I'm going to go that way. I think he would have had Bregman had he opted to go to first.
Fortunately, he didn't. Michael Busch with a 3-run triple. Kind of broke the game wide open. Stopped by Moreno. Go Horner on second. Check swing from Bregman. Held up. Payoff. Ball four. Got some beautiful shots from our Megalodon camera powered by Nissan Shop, NissanUSA.com. By Sarah's home run trot, some festive fans and some kids. So now JD with that walk from Alex Bregman, everybody in the Cubs lineup today with either a walk or a hit.
Cubs have the second best walk to strikeout ratio in MLB, trailing only the Milwaukee Brewers.
Doesn't shock me that those two teams, considering their offensive philosophies over the last couple of years, are 1 and 2 in that category. Ian Happ with 2 walks today. Hit to second. Nice play, Marte. To second, and it's dropped. Perdomo dropped it. Everybody's safe.
I mean, that ball hit right off the end of the bat. Wasn't hit all that hard, but it still provided a bit of a tricky hop for Marte and an awkward throw to second base.
Play by Marte from the seat of his pants too. Just couldn't be handled by Perdomo.
Perdomo kind of spikes the throw a little bit. No, he just whiffed on it. It's not been the cleanest baseball from the Diamondbacks this weekend.
So Brandon Pfaadt out. New pitcher coming in for the Diamondbacks. Bases loaded for the Cubs in the bottom of the 8th.
It's minor league baseball as the Myrtle Beach Pelicans take on the Columbia Fireflies. Coverage begins at 5:30.
Double dip with some Cubs baseball.
Grab yourself something to eat after this one and then settle back in. Watch the Pelicans.
Oh, that an intermission. See the Zamboni. Swing and a miss. Paul Sewald, the new pitcher.
He's their closer, but they haven't been winning many games lately, so he hasn't had a lot of action lately. On for the 14th time. And a 4.09 ERA for Paul. He last worked on Wednesday through just 13 pitches over in Milwaukee.
So swings and misses, strike 3. So 2 hits and 3 Ks today for Seiya.
Did they go E4 on, or E6 on that play at second base? Give him a base hit, huh?
Yep. For now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Man, good for Happer. But not so sure that was a knock.
So Michael Busch has already driven in 4 today. Bases loaded. And before the first pitch, timeout called. Talking about the Diamondbacks losing ways. The good news for them is everybody in the NL West is also losing. Dodgers have lost 4 straight coming into today. Padres 3, Rockies 2, Giants lost 5 in a row. Busch swings and misses.
It's been 16 days since Sewald had his last save opportunity. Look out, watch your knees.
92 almost off the kneecap. Oof. You said 16 days since Seawald?
Yeah, that's what Coop said.
Which is surprising.
Coop says it, I believe it.
The Diamondbacks are 16-16. It's not like they are below 500. Off the Masca Moreno. Cubs looking for their 11th consecutive home win. We'll take a look at this replay. Ouchie.
Take a couple moments to clear the head. He's doing a nice job of allowing him to do just that. And Moreno gives him the thumbs up, saying, I'm good, let's go. Diamondbacks will head home. They're off tomorrow before entertaining the Pirates. And by entertaining, I mean they'll play against them. They won't be singing and dancing or anything like that. It's a good visual.
Or maybe they will.
It's a good visual.
We don't know. We can't predict the future. Outside corner called third strike. So Bush down looking. Cubs strand the bases loaded. We'll go to the ninth. Eight unanswered runs for the Cubs. RBI single Carson Kelly in the second. Moises Ballesteros. Two-run home run in the third. And Michael Bush a bases clearing triple in the fifth. Matthew Boyd a quality start. The seventh for the Cubs in their last 10 home games.
On to finish this one off is hard-throwing right-hander Corbin Martin, making his 6th appearance for the Cubs.
A little bit up, a little bit in.
Slipping on him. Time to go to the rosin bag. That's unsettling for a hitter. Now paint the outside corner.
Bring out Carson Kelly.
He just wants to check, make sure everything's okay.
Corbin Martin, a former Diamondback, 2021, 2022. 12 appearances in the big leagues. There's Tommy Hotovy.
Originally second-round pick of the Astros, his hometown team. He's from Hempstead, just outside of Houston. Injuries have been a big part of his story. There you go. Recalibrate.
Up and in, 95 right down the middle.
Corbin missed all of 2023 due to a lat injury, parts of 2019 and 20 due to Tommy John surgery. And a minor league deal with an invite to spring training, big league camp back in January.
Walks Gurriel. So the Cubs today had 6 strikeouts of Abby's striking out cancer initiative. Abby, people, passion, possibilities. Those 6 strikeouts. Matthew Boyd, Phil Maton, Hobie Milner. Up towards first. Michael Bush back by the tarp. Jumps over and he can't get it. Six-run lead in the 9th inning, doesn't matter. High effort for Michael Bush. Couldn't get it though.
That's what Riz would say. He's got to climb up on that tarp. Sun and the wind certainly a factor here today. Bush is always going to give you his best effort.
Speaking of Riz, I was thinking about him earlier in the game when Moises Ballesteros hit that home run to left center. That was in a location very similar to Moises' first homer in 2025 that unfortunately Anthony couldn't come down with.
Yeah, he got outplayed. Just planked it. Corbin's last appearance a few days ago in San Diego, he faced 3 batters and walked them all. So the man's been a little bit shaky. Good heater there.
95. Talking with Lance Brostowski about Corbin Martin. Just about the mix. Fastball 95 to 96 with the sweeper. It's comparable to Brad Keller last year, or when they signed Keller as a non-roster signee. Invited him to spring training, added him onto the 26-man roster, and you know what happened after that? Oh boy.
Again, earlier it looked like he was having some grip issues, maybe just flying open a little bit here. Keep that weight balanced over the rubber a little bit longer.
Two. Got him.
Moreno did him a favor chasing that high heater, but a good lively fastball from the former Aggie.
D-backs down to their final 2 outs. There's a dialed strike at 95.
The ball had a little cutting action to it. Corbin was with Texas A&M. Went to the College World Series in 2017.
Miss tied him up there. Off speed at 86. Hard curveball. 8-2 Cubs lead. Top 9 here at Wrigley Field. Cubs looking for the sweep. A weak pop-up towards first. Michael Bush. 2 outs. Fans, don't forget, after today's game, make sure you watch Cubs postgame live with Cole Wright and Elise Smedeker. Hopefully capping off the sweep. Adrian Del Castillo, pinch hitter. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Runners off. Ground ball towards first, and it's foul. D-backs not only down to the final out, they are down to their final strike.
Everybody up on their feet, getting ready to sing the song.
Oh, 2.
High adrenaline moments, even though it's a 6-run lead. Trying to close out the game in the 9th. A lot of energy in the ballpark.
Just misses. Two. Crowd getting loud, and Corbin Martin can't hear. Some pitch comm stuff. That's all the Diamondbacks have issues with their pitch comm on Friday.
up the V a little bit, but if you're going to do, have a mound visit there, just 3-2, 2 outs in the ninth. Just, hey, here we go. Give me your best stuff. You don't need to push any buttons. Whatever you feel like you can throw a strike with.
In the air, deep to left field. It's twisting towards the line, and it goes foul. In the air to center. PCA's back. He's at the warning track, and it is gone. Adrian Del Castillo, a pinch hit homer. 2-run shot, and we're not done yet here at Wrigley Field.
Well, we talked about him earlier in the game when Barossa was up there in the 7th with a couple guys on base, and we wondered whether Torrey would go to Del Castillo in that situation. He did not. Barossa worked the walk, so they had their opportunity with Marte. And Castillo does get a chance off the bench, and he delivers.
Ketel Marte takes a strike. Marte a big strikeout in the 7th inning, with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
And with that swing of the bat, Daniel Palencia starting to warm up in the Cubs bullpen. Just playing some light catch out there.
Foul. And once again, Diamondbacks down to their final strike. Martin delivers. JD between Palencia's glove and Ballesteros' cleat, sensory overload. Yellow and pink. Crowd getting into it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cubs win. Sunday win means a series sweep. 11 in a row at Wrigley. 8-4 Cubs win. Cubs fans, sing it.
You better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They got the power, they got the speed to be the best in the National League. Well, this is the year and the Cubs are lead. So come on down to Wrigley Field. We're singing now, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Baseball time is here again. Go Cubs! You can catch it all on WGN. So stamp your feet and clap your hands. Chicago Cubs got the greatest fan. And singing out, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gonna win today. Let's go! Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gonna win today.
The boys are balling. Cubs 14-5 start at Wrigley Field matches their best home start in the last 40 years. 2016, that was a good year, JD. Great start for the Cubs.
Yeah, things worked out pretty well that year, and the Cubs off to a very nice start here, a month plus into this new season, really taking care of business here in their home ballpark. Nice effort here today in all phases. Matthew Boyd struggling a little bit last time. 6 innings of 2-run ball. Lineup really delivering. And a little shaky at the end, but bullpen ultimately got the job done as well.
Cubs with the sweep, 22-12. They are 10 games over 500 and first place in the National League Central. All right, for Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm Alex Cohen. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Your final score, the Chicago Cubs 8 and the Arizona Diamondbacks 4. Tomorrow, the Cubs begin a 4-game series with the Cincinnati Reds. Edward Cabrera, your scheduled starter for the Cubs. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. Up next, Cubs postgame live. Cole Wright, Elise Menaker. Cole, take it away.
AC with the magic.